Welcome back. I'm Susan.
And I'm Ken.
And we are
Captivating Journey. Taking weekend trips and vacation time in our RV was just not long enough to really see the sights of our beautiful nation.
So we took the plunge to get out of the rat race and on the road to enjoy this lifestyle. As of December 2021, we sold our house and most of our belongings and moved into our RV full-time.
Our home now is a 43-foot RV named Kid, and we travel with our 4 cats, Patches, Ranger, and the 2 siblings, Bailey and Kahlua.
Our mission is to explore the U.S., seeing new sights, enjoying new scenery, meeting new people, and making new friendships along the way. So we invite you to come along with us on our journey.
Hello, welcome back. I'm Ken.
And I'm Susan.
And we're going to be talking to you our continuation from Tacna, Arizona to Quartzsite, Arizona, which is our next stop. And everybody has a different method for their travel days, travel styles, if you will. We like to follow the 2-2-2 rule. Personally for us is basically we try to arrive by 2, either try not to do more than 200 miles, and we like to at least stay for 2 nights at that next destination. So that's kind of what we follow.
Yes, the Quartzsite was our next stop. We stayed at the Quail Run RV Park, which is a really nice park.
Yep.
It's big rig friendly, which is one thing that we do look for. We were on an end site, which was really quite nice.
The day that we arrived was on a weekend, and they were actually, we noticed that they were having a Buck Connors, I want to say festival, but
it was Buck
it's
Connors
not a party.
Days.
Yeah, that's it.
Buck Connors Western Days is held in honor of George Washington Buck Connors, a character actor in the early Western movies in the 1920s. He was born in Streator, Illinois in 1880. He was a cowboy, a sailor, soldier, and a Texas Ranger. He became a cinematographer and received gifts of an engraved saddle and an engraved sword from Colonel Pancho Villa for his assistance in the Mexican Revolution. He received his nickname from ranch hands he drove cattle with, who called him Little Buckshot, shortened to Buck. Buck was one of the first aircraft pilots in Arizona. He bought 160 acres in Quartzsite in 1920s and built Connors Field in Quartzsite, just south of Desert Gardens on the west side of town there, southwest side. He contracted with the U.S. Army to station military aircraft at the field and later trained Women's Air Service pilots, better known as WASPs.
And the festival is being held at a park that was just down the road, so of course we had to stop by because that's, you know, what you do when you're in a small town is see what the locals are doing. And that was really kind of nice. They had music, and they had a car show, I think.
Yeah, they had some cars on display. They had the fire department out there supporting there, because I guess they're not just full-time firefighters, but they have part-time. So they were out there, you know, selling some T-shirts to help raise funds for the fire department. Oh my goodness, they had the mayor was out there.
Yeah. Of course, they had food.
Yeah, I was going to say the food trucks. I was going to say vendors, but the food trucks.
They did have vendors too. They had some really cool.
I'll have to show you something that I picked up. Anyway, so yeah, we enjoyed we walked around that. You know, we were, I think we're actually just heading out to do some geocaching and ended up just kind of hanging out there at the Buck Connors.
Yeah.
I think we spent at least a couple hours there.
Yes, we did.
So.
And we talked about geocaching in our last video. So again, Quartzsite is a haven for geocaches. They've got trails, hikes, a lot of Jeep areas that you can get into the back rooms. So they have lots and lots of trails to do geocaches. And one of the geocaches that we were doing actually led us to the Tyson Wells Museum.
Stagecoach Museum, I believe. It's off of, I want to say Main Street. It's one of their main roads. I don't know if it's actually called Main Street, but it's right in the heart of where if you go in Quartzsite, now you have to understand Quartzsite can get very busy, especially the winter months, but you know, you know,
We were
later on,
there.
like March, is getting to be a lot better. A lot of people have already left, so it was great for us. But if you come in during the busier months, especially December, January, and February, it could be a little tough getting in there, especially with parking. But this cache led us right to this museum, which turned out to be a free museum, believe it or not. So
Yeah, so
free's good. So
after we got the cash, of course, we had to do our find.
no.
The museum was open, so we went and started looking around, and we had the curator come
Yep.
out, and he talked to us and told us some of the information. They had a display,
Oh yeah.
which was replicas of all the old houses, like the
My goodness, I can't even come up with all the names of
yeah.
them.
But I think he built this out of stones,
Yep.
gemstones, because Quartzsite is very, I won't say famous, but
It's a trade. It's a.
it's a
rock-
gemstone,
Yeah.
gemstone area. So I guess maybe famous is going to be the best word to use. That's what it's known for. And they have these houses, and you'll see them. They're just beautiful. And I guess he says at Christmas time they'll even decorate them with lights, which would be really interesting to see.
That would be cool.
So,
yeah.
But then, of course, we went into the museum and checked
Oh
all
my
that
goodness,
stuff
the
out.
history inside there.
The brickwork behind you that you see was actually, some of it was made right here on the site, and they put the walls up. This is about 1980, and this is adobe brick, and they put grass there.
He found out we were into geocaching, and he said we need to go up on the hill to check out this. It was
It
a
was
mine.
Q Mountain.
Yes,
So
Q
on
Mountain.
Q Mountain is I swear he says a chocolate mine.
I know.
It doesn't make chocolate, but that must have been the name of it.
Yeah.
So we, of course, then went on up to Q Mountain, and we checked out the.
Oh yeah.
And of course, there was a cache there too.
Yep.
So
Which led us on other trails to other historical places out there.
yes,
So
we ran across quite a few different old buildings, I guess you'd say.
yes.
There, I'll put it down. It'll be labeled on the video. Some of the places that we stopped at. I can't remember all the names of them. I
Yeah.
want to say one of them was like Jacob's Place or something like
Yeah,
that.
Jacob's Ranch or something. Yeah.
But caching takes us to a lot of different places that we didn't know about,
Right.
and it is really, that's one thing that we do like about caching, is because we do get out and about, not only doing a little exercise, but gets us to places that we've never seen before, or we
Exactly.
wouldn't have thought of going to take this trail and end up running into an old house that's
Yeah.
out there. It's really kind of interesting. But so then Quartzsite, we were there for 7 days.
Yes. And
So-
then, of course, caching leads to our car getting extremely filthy. So,
Gosh.
I mean, it's one thing when we talk to you about Tacna is the sand. Here, you don't have as much sand as you do just fine dirt. And our car, I mean, we couldn't even see out the back window. It was
You
getting in.
couldn't read the license
I know.
plate.
So I was forever cleaning that. That just shows you how much fun it is to get off on some of these trails. And if you're into that and you don't have a 4-wheel drive, there are plenty of trails because we don't have a lift on our vehicle. We just have all-terrain tires, and that gets us by on a lot of those trails. A detailing service, a guy and again, we had mentioned earlier in the video about
How busy.
Quartzsite gets, and he's normally booked solid, but because it was at the end of the season, he was able to get us in within, I think, a day or two or something like that.
He did an amazing job.
Yeah.
And I'll go ahead and put his information. So if you're ever in Quartzsite and you need your rig, he does rigs and
Cars.
cars, and I think he also does interior
carpet, like
carpet cleaning. But he did an amazing job. I mean, that car looked
like it came off the factory showroom.
yes,
So,
it looked really, really good. He did an excellent job.
Other than that, I mean, we did. It's just pretty much geocaching.
Yeah.
The one restaurant we checked out, I want to say it was three families restaurant. It's kind of on the western portion of the town, on the same road that Stagecoach Museum is, but it's down near the truck stop. We ordered takeout to go. I think we were out geocaching. We were just too tired, and we just ordered. Yeah, and we didn't want to just eat in the restaurant. I don't know if we were dirty or what. So we just basically went inside, ordered food to go, and oh my goodness, we both ended up with the same dinner, which was a club sandwich, and it was
we
very
like club
good.
sandwiches when we go. I think that really determines how good a restaurant is how
Yeah.
good their club sandwich is.
Yeah, we got excellent service, a lot of food. I mean, I was stuffed by the time I was done eating this takeout order. So, but Quartzsite does have a lot of things. If you do travel, if you're not familiar with the desert Southwest, you do have to be cautious because a lot of the RV parks do close for the season down there.
Yes.
Some stay open, but it gets hot. So, I mean, it's not unheard of to get into the 120 degree temperature range. So just be cautious if you're there in this summer months. And even starting end of March to April, you can start getting hot down there. So, but again, like Susan said, check us out. Check out our webpage. Share with your friends. We will be getting better at our videos.
Hopefully.
We're starting
Practice
off.
makes perfect is what they say.
But we just want to invite you to come along with us, and I hope you are enjoying our videos up to this point. We have more in-store travels coming up. We have a lot of things as we head up, not to spoil things, but heading up into, well, Susan already mentioned our next stop to Kingman. We've got Nevada planned, and we've got Utah. So we want you to come with us.
Yep, and we're heading up to a couple rallies that we're going to be going to, so that'll be kind of interesting. Those will be some of our first big rallies.
We are going to be what they call wagon masters, but we'll talk more about that later.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So
basically, we're going to be co-hosting.
But
oh gosh,
I forgot what I was going to say.
Sorry.
Anyways, we'll see you in our next video, and safe travels.
All right, take care, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.